welcome back. It's your girl P. I have some notes today. Welcome back. It's your girl P. So I'm gonna give it a few minutes and let some people get up in here. Hi, welcome. So I want to talk about relationships today. So I'm hoping I attract the right crowd up in here. Um, just a disclaimer. I don't know if I'm the right person to be talking about this. Oh, y'all can see my little bun. I don't know if I'm the right person to talk about this, but what I can share is my experiences and my mistakes, and then we can all learn from Paislees' mistakes on not to do this again or not to do it, period. I think there's no rule book to this. Like parenting, like any like human connections, there's like really no rule book at all. So let me write this down. No rule book. Now, other people may share their best practices or their guidelines or their opinions about what you should do, but ultimately, I don't see no book that's saying this is facts. This is how a relationship should work. This is what it should be built on, and all this. And I do want to say this right now. I am not just referring to like relationships between you and your significant other or your soulmate or your partner or whatever, but relationships in general with people and other humans. Now, I have one thing. I may not have no friends. I ain't got no friends. I wish I had a friend. I do. It is. I will say this. It's very challenging to go in life and not have that, and it's a very weird space for a very peculiar space. That's a better word for me to be in at this point in my life and have so much interaction with people, but to not actually have a friend. And I think that's really challenging. What gets me through it is the fact that I work and I have my child. So without this industry and without my child, I probably would be a little more fucked off. Because aren't we all a little bit fucked off, anyways? But I would be bothered, I guess, more. But my time is, I have things to focus my time on. Like with work, it's literally, it doesn't end, so I can put all the time I need into my work and to make it a success. And then the rest of the time my child gets, and I get a little bit of personal time for me. But I really don't need much personal time to myself because I will literally work in my personal time, so I might as well just be productive. Like today, I tried to watch some shows. I got to finish Captain Fall. That was really good. I'm still working on One Piece, both of them. I didn't realize there was so many seasons in the anime, so I am working my way up through that. But nonetheless, it's a slow process. I put on my favorite show, which is American Horror Story, and that whole American Horror Stories that just dropped. And I couldn't watch it, so I just focused on work. Anyways, work, schmirk, schmirk. We're always talking about work. Here today, back on topic, relationships. Alright, so let's do this. Oh my gosh. Alright, so thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Listening to me on this. What's the night? Saturday night? Yo, I'm supposed to be asleep. This is my nap time. It really is. But I can't sleep. And I decided to pull out some notes I had and get on here and talk to y'all. So, like I said, I want to talk about relationships, but this is not limited. Hey, everyone, this is not limited to just relationship with your partner, but I mean, some of the references will be made, but we can refer if y'all have any comments on just any human relationships, period. Okay. So while we're here, I want to just speak on someone. So I got recommended to watch someone's YouTube, maybe like a year and a half ago, right? And I just kind of clicked on it and it didn't really resonate with me at the time. But nonetheless, this person is like really, really popular. So I'm just like, oh my gosh, like she can't be this popular. All these people can't talk about how much they love her and not be good. So I'm like, let me give it a try. And so I don't know if y'all watch her. Forgive me if I'm not saying the name right, but Shira7. I know she's really popular. Like I said, someone sent me, but when the video they sent me just didn't resonate with me, I never had a reason to go back and watch. But I noticed some of the things that I was like looking up on YouTube. She was popping up, and I'm just like, okay, let me give this a shot. And so I did watch a few of her videos, and I will say this, I really enjoyed the videos of her years ago. I think those were my most favorite. I really got to I felt like I resonate with that personality that she had back then. But anyways, it's this video I want to go watch. It's called I was looking up relationship stuff. But it says men don't want women who can't walk away from them. And then she had another one on like sugar daddy. She talks about a bunch of cool stuff. But anyway, she popped up. But one video that sorry y'all. I have my notes in front of me. Excuse me. So that's her. I want to go and just when I do get some time, watch some more of her content because she has a lot of views. She has a lot of followers. She's good. Sorry, y'all. Y'all see what kind of day it is. I have my shirt inside out, and I don't give a fuck. Okay. It's been so comfortable. It's really comfortable the opposite way. Um, okay, I also discovered this other guy's YouTube channel, and I just like to give them credit, as I like watch their videos and stuff because I would want somebody to do that for me if they was watching my shit. But anyways, I came across this one guy, and his name it's Stefan. It's Stefan Speaks, and I was gonna call it Steven Speaks, but I'm glad he said his name in the video. So Stefan Speaks. He also has a fuck ton of followers. I don't really know much about him. I just discovered that one video the other day, and I really like his channel. So I really like he's very attractive. So he's easy on the eyes to look at and it makes you like want to listen to him. He's like, oh fuck, he's fine. But anyways, once I got past that, the words that were coming out of his mouth, it like really hit home. And so I was watching this one video. What is it called? The Power of Walking Away from a Man. And so before I like to talk about, because y'all know I want to talk about more dating and stuff on this channel. But before I got into it, I just wanted to see like what people out there were saying and things. So if I could see if my story was like similar to someone's or not. Hey, Prez. And I really liked how he was saying everything because it's like I was doing all this stuff already when I was in my last relationship a year ago. Y'all have been single for Dang, I can't believe I've been single for you. I don't feel like I've been single. Honestly. But that's That's another story for another day, y'all. We're here, we're here to talk about that. But okay. So, anyways, Stefan speaks. So, like I said, he was talking about walking away from a man. Personally, I kind of just took this advice and like put in my kind of thoughts about. I feel like you should take this when walking away from any relationship, not just a partner. I feel like a lot of us, that's where it's the hardest. Sometimes it's easier to walk away from family members or friends than it is like your actual partner. But I do feel like these notes that I took, you can take that and apply it um, to whomever in whatever situation. Because some of the things he was saying, I'm like, wow, like I let this person do it and they weren't even my partner, like, you know? So, anyways. And then I also had a conversation. Well, first off, I have conversations with women all the time. And this is what I want to tell y'all. Because I got this a lot when I used to talk about this subject more often. First off, can't nobody tell you ready to leave the relationship until you decide that you are ready, right? But you get to a point, especially after being with someone for years and then it just kind of being stagnant, you ask yourself, like, what am I doing here? Is this relationship going to be beneficial to me? Do I see longevity in this? Oh, y'all, my belly itching. Hold on. My belly started itching on me. But anyway, so the first thing he said in his video is you need to ask yourself, why am I still here? And I think after maybe the first 4 years of my relationship is probably when I first started to like question, like, what was I even doing in the relationship? And then he goes on to saying, he lists some reasons why I guess women don't want to leave. They all didn't resonate with me necessarily, so I didn't jot them down. I just wrote down some like cool stuff or like what I felt like I did or what resonated with me or what I thought was good advice. But hey. So, okay, so first off, you ask yourself what you're still doing there, right? And then he said this, and I think a lot of people feel this way, feeling like you don't want to leave your person due to them being by themselves. Okay, so he was phrasing a guy feeling like you don't want to leave this guy because you don't want to leave him out in the world to do it alone. You don't want to leave him to pay bills by himself. You don't want to leave this, but guess what? You're not their parents. You can't worry about those things. And I think that really hit home for me because for a while I was like, okay, first off, y'all gotta understand, like my ex used to be like, you can't do this on your own, you can't, like, whatever. I don't know personally if he genuinely felt that way or if it was some minor form of narcissism there. But honestly, I used to just let it go in one ear and out the other, which I do with whatever people tell me if I don't want to listen to them or if I don't think what they're saying is smart enough for me to listen. Let's put it this way. If I ever listen to you, like I must think you are smart because I don't listen to people. I don't. That's a personal problem I should get over. I should probably listen more, but I be thinking I know. I be thinking I'm right. And until somebody proves me wrong, there's been a few people in my life that I'll shut up. And if you have ever been one of those people at any given point in my life where I shut the fuck up and you talking, I'm not interrupting you. I'm just letting you talk. Like, just know that's because I value your thoughts. But anyways, feeling like you this person can't think to do it on their own. So my ex used to tell me that. So I personally felt bad because I didn't think he could do it on his own. I wasn't worried about myself because guess what? I could do it on my own. I lived on my own before. And it's so funny because he kept telling me this, but I think he was telling me out of fear of him doing it by himself. But at the end of the day, I'm not his mama, right? You are not their parent. You're not their, you're not, you feel like your woman, you need to leave this woman, but you feel like she can't do it on her own. Oh, fucking well. You have to do what's best for you at the end of the day. Yeah, that's what I used to think, girl. I used to be like, how he gonna pay them bills? How he gonna do this? But that is not my concern. That is not my problem. Okay. And when Stefan said this, I was just like, yes, sir, you're right. Because one thing he said is holding on does not help. It's actually more harmful. Um, okay. So here's the thing. He also said he understands how hard it is when people say that they're going to stay away. Like you decide, okay, this person is not for me. And y'all break up, but you can't stay away. You just can't. So I do take a little pride, and I'm not saying I've been perfect because, like, out of everybody that I've ever talked to in life, I think there's a couple of people that if they like try to like spark it back up, I might consider it. Maybe, I don't know. But I do take pride in when something is over, I let that shit be over. Um, y'all gotta think I was with my ex for 8 years. 8 long years. And when it was over, baby, it wasn't hard for me to be like, it's done. I knew it was done. But I will say this. That was last year, after 8 years. I personally felt around year 4 that it probably wasn't gonna last forever. Like I honestly felt that way. And he went on to say that um you can still start your process of healing because obviously you're feeling stuck. And I really did like, ooh, what I liked and what hit home with me is when he said, not every person is like, he was referring to guys, but I just want to make it more neutral. But not every person is bad. And it's hard, it's even harder to walk away from someone that is not a bad person. I will say this: the guys I chose to like. I can't even get my words out. The guy, the idiots that I choose to date. I love them, but they get on my nerves. Any of them, they are really good guys. Like I never really talked to someone that I'm just like, man, this he's just evil or he's just downright like the scum of the earth. Those aren't the guys that I get. So for that, I am thankful. Let me think if there was one. Like I never talked to anyone abusive. I never talked to someone that didn't like would call me crazy, like out my name. But yeah, so anyways, when he said that, I was just thinking to myself, like, damn, sometimes you know this person just isn't for you, but they're not a bad person. So you're like, what do I tell them? What do I do? But just know, holding on does more harm. But anyway, there's something in there that you're going to need to heal. And for me, it was this. So, ooh, I got gas. I just want to fart, but I hope it don't come out. um, 4 years in, what was this? We taking this back to early 2018. And it was something he told me one time. And ever since he told me that, it just like stuck in my head. And so from that moment on, and my ex always made it seem like he wouldn't be sad if we broke up. And I never really liked that. Like I didn't like that. Like I don't want anybody. Like whenever somebody is done with me, like I'm gonna need them to be sad. Like it's over. You just lost face. Like you need to be sad. And so after he said that, I'm like, wow, I've been with you 4 years and you wouldn't be sad if we left. So it's like that something like clicked in my brain and it just made me think like, does this person even like really care? Like, how do I feel? I remember crying, like, but I wasn't crying because of the words he was saying. I was crying because I really did feel bad about myself. And that was right at 28. Okay, let me mark that down so I don't remember. That was right at 28, right before I got into this. And I made the decision. I didn't know how long it was going to take me, but I chose happiness. And I remember somewhere around that time frame, I remember telling myself, he could be miserable. I could be unhappy in this relationship. I could not like where I'm at right now. But guess what? Me as an individual, I choose happiness. I'm going to be happy. So I didn't know how to get there because I was very pessimistic. I was petty. I was mad. I was disappointed in myself. I didn't think I was pretty. It didn't matter. Skinny or big, y'all. I've been 100 pounds. I've been 206 pounds. It don't fucking matter. Like, one thing I learned, it ain't about what you look like on the outside. It's really about what you feel on the inside. Down the rabbit hole real quick. I have friends that feel very shitty about themselves, but if you look at their asses online, you're gonna be like, how dare this person feel shitty about themselves? How dare this person be sad all the fucking time? How dare this person be in their house just crying and shit? Like, you would think that on the outside if I pinpointed them out and showed you. So I just want to say it's because they don't like the way they look. They can be fat or skinny, it doesn't fucking matter. If you don't like yourself, if you do not like the meat suit that you are in, baby, you need to change that. No one can tell you how fucking pretty you are because let's just face it. Personally, I've always known I was in the upper half of like the looks. I feel like if you took men and women from all different races from across the globe and like I was lined up and like 100 other people or 99 other people, I would definitely be in the top 50. Like I've always known that. I feel like I'm definitely above average when it comes to looks, right? I've been blessed. In my head, I knew this. I did not feel that way. So it didn't matter what the fuck anyone said because I felt ugly. I felt shitty about myself. I did not feel good. And I had to make a mental note to change that. So when he said in his video, you can start the process of healing even if you weren't ready to leave, that is exactly what I did. And I went back and I reflected and I'm just like, shit, that's what the fuck I was doing. It's ads. Y'all better not skip them ads. Y'all better not skip them ads. Y'all see my kitchen back there? It's looking good. I know. Sip on that. Now, so I'll talk about my thing with starting the process of healing, even if you're not ready to leave. At this point, I wasn't ready to leave the relationship. Hey, Pipes, how are you? Um, sorry, y'all. Hey, Miss Rose. Okay, so, all right. So I wasn't ready to leave. And like I said, I had to work on myself. And I knew this. Like, I didn't want to feel how I felt. So I knew I needed to make a change. And but I wasn't ready to leave that relationship, right? For a few things. Like one, I did have instances where I did think, could I do this on my own? Like I knew I could because I've done it before with my kid, so before him. But I was like, damn, do I really want to go back to paying all the bills by myself? Like I had to really make that decision. So I had to know what I needed to get ready for that. I also just wanted to work on me. So I took that time. That's when I started Paisley Hayes. That's when I got into this industry. That's when I started going so hard and focusing on my business. And um, I thought that that looked like something, but that's a hole. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. Got a hole in the shirt. And I'm not changing. I love my holy shirt. It's comfortable and I'm comfortable and that's all that matters. But okay. Be comfortable with being alone. Like we gotta let that sink in because that's hard for a lot of us. Personally, I've always felt alone. Like, mm, I felt alone in my childhood. I felt alone in my teenagers. I just always felt alone. So like me, hey talented, it wasn't when I thought about being alone, that's not what I was scared of. Honestly, y'all. Like I'm good. I being okay, I will say this because I was in a 8-year relationship, right? And so being single the past year, it's been great. There is times where you're like, damn, do you really want to be in the bed alone? You just might crave like touch from a human. But to have somebody there with me every fucking night, oh baby, no. I, excuse me. I love just being here. You need help with Chatterbait? Reach out to me on Mattress Actress Academy. Maybe I should change because I'm gonna have these Karens and my shirts inside out. Y'all know I just don't give a fuck. But okay, here, message me on Instagram because tonight I'm talking about dating. But I'd love to help you with any of your chatterbait questions. But Mattress Actress Academy on Instagram. Okay, so are you single? Somali, are you in a relationship? If y'all are in happy, healthy relationships, stay in it. This isn't to bash people in relationships or anything. Like, if you're happy, good for you. But anyways, be comfortable with being alone because a lot of people aren't. They're like, what they're gonna do. Like, but coming from somebody like me, I don't really have friends. I mean, I don't want to offend people because I do have people in my life that I like. I don't want to offend those people, but I really don't have friends. I don't have no one to call to go out with. I don't socialize or anything. But what helps me a lot of the times is when I do start feeling sad or anything, I just dive back into work. It's always something to do with work. Get out your feelings, get in your bag because I'm not at my financial level yet. Um, oh, he said this and it made me feel validated when he said this. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I really felt good. It is okay to desire to be in a relationship. You can be single and you're not, because you know what? When I first got out of my relationship, everybody was telling me, well, you want to be in another relationship? Because I started talking to somebody else, right? And then, like, bitch, because I want to. That's how I was feeling. And y'all aren't going to make me feel any sort of way because that's what I wanted to do. Or because even now, like I want a relationship. I'm somebody's housewife, baby. I'm meant to be in the house, cooking and cleaning, being somebody's soccer mom, all that. But I'm not going to settle. I settled for 8 years and I'm not going to do it again. There's certain aspects that I'm just like, no, I can't do it because I'd rather be doing the shit by myself. And by the way, I was very proud of myself because this year I did get like guys being like try to talk to me or they try to like inch their way in, and I'm just like, no, I'm standing on this. Unless this is my ideal relationship and my specific person, I don't want you. I don't want to date you. I don't want to get to know you. I don't want to do these things because I want my person. But it's okay. When Stefan said that, I was like, you know what? It is okay. I'm being kind to myself because it's okay for me want to be in a relationship, but I'm not going to tell these people that my feelings don't matter. Um, but I'm also going to be smart enough not just to jump into just whatever. Okay. Ooh, he also said this. If you could come to a true resolution. Now I had to let that sink in because sometimes, hey, iHeartBBW, thank y'all ladies for watching me. I appreciate y'all being here. Um, what was my train of thought? What did he say? Oh, could you come up with a true resolution? Sometimes you're in these relationships and you get to this point where you're like, okay, is it time to break up? Are we gonna stay? I think you need to set and evaluate, and I had to do this. Are we growing together? Or are we growing apart? You know? And I had to think about that. Like, I want somebody I'm growing with. So I will say this, if y'all are in a relationship and times are getting a little hard and trying and rocky, in my opinion, it's best for you to evaluate everything, good and bad, and see if it's worth for you to stay because some of y'all are with your right person. It's just a little trying time. And can you get past that? I guess would be the question. Um in my relationship, there was no need to come to a true resolution because we weren't growing together. We weren't on the same life path. What we're supposed to do in life is totally different. So that was where we were at. He also said this, but I don't know if, as a safety factor, I personally wouldn't recommend this to every single person. You have to be mindful and know who you're with and if they can even handle this. But he said, get everything off your chest. Personally, I can only halfway agree with that because I've never been in abusive relationships, but I've known people have and I've witnessed them. And when you're in one of them type of relationships, you can't get everything off your chest. They're gonna beat your ass. They're gonna do something like you just can't. So I didn't know if I really agreed with when he said that. But if you can, I know when I got to that point, he was like, please release your truth. Um, please release truth. You need to speak so you can heal. And you heal by releasing. So sometimes you can't release to that person, I guess is what I'm trying to get across. In my case, I could. So it was very refreshing. And I feel like the first time it had to sink in. And when you're with someone long term, you have to be kind to their feelings because at one point you did love them, right? Or like them halfway to stay with a dumbass long enough. But I got everything off my chest and I was very honest. Not not when I first started thinking about it, but when I knew like this is over. Like this time last year. I was able to like get that release by getting everything off my chest and telling him exactly how I felt and why I felt like this relationship was over. Not everybody is that fortunate. But if you can, I would because it helps getting that shit out. I felt for years because it took me almost 4 years to say something. But that whole time, I just remember thinking like I didn't want to hurt his feelings. I didn't know if this was really the right decision. I didn't like all these kinds of things kept replaying. But when I was like, I'm gonna stand on this decision, I was able to get everything out. Um, and it says be completely honest with your partner. I think if it's, your ideal relationship, you should, but also be mindful because not everybody can. Um, he also went to say some of the reasons why people um, have a hard time letting go. And he says that's because, some people don't feel confident. Like you don't feel confident about your reasons for wanting to let go. And that was another thing. I'm like, wow, maybe that's why I held on for those extra 4 years, because I didn't feel confident in the decision of us simply just not being compatible was a good enough reason to let that relationship go. Which is ultimately, he may have a different perspective and we can respect that. And again, I'm not here to bash anybody I've dealt with, but I personally believe like if we're not compatible, we are not compatible. Like we just not you can't force compatibility. You cannot. All right. And he went on to say, don't lie because they can tell. And honestly, I felt bad because I did have to lie. What is in my head? I did have to lie a bit, especially about how I was feeling, because I did start feeling like out of love and I didn't know how to express that. I started feeling like, wow, we really are not supposed to be together, but I didn't know how to express that. And I didn't know how to be honest. So there would be times where it's like, now, insert his real name, you know you got something to say. Go ahead and get off your chest. And I would just sit there and lie. Damn, now I'm wasting coffee. Now y'all gonna, I'm out stay. I'm really gone. Yeah. This shirt is saying throw me away. It's giving trash, but it's comfy. Okay. Because they can tell. And one thing, I didn't never want to hurt his feelings, but I'm sure he could tell. All right. He went on, and this is the part I disagree with because I feel like, okay, on one end, okay, never mind. You're not going to be all inclusive to everybody all the fucking time. But his first step, he said, talk to God. Paisley says, do what you got to do. What is that prayer? Is that meditation? Is that what does that look like for you? Your spiritual person that you talk to, your higher self, your ancestors, whoever, your spirit guides, right? You need to go to that because I will say this. When it was time for me to get in that relationship, and this is a true story, I went to my favorite metaphysical shop. And I went in there on donation spiritual cleanse day. So like she accepts anything for like spiritual cleanse on certain days to be able to give back to the community. Cool. Moon Magic, Houston, Texas. Fucking love that spot. And I've taken people there before and I just show that business so much love. I haven't went back and saw her. Oh, fuck. Last time I went to, we're not gonna talk about the last time I went to Moon Magic because who gives a fuck? we we'll be back around to Moon Magic. Anyways, one of the times I went in there for the spiritual cleanses about this time last year, and it's so weird because I wasn't there for a spiritual cleanse. I felt my spirit was good. I was not there for a spiritual cleanse. I simply just wanted to talk to her. It was like someone told me like go up there, go talk to her, go speak. You need the message, whatever. And so I waited, and I was the very last one. And when I got her there, she called me out by my real name, and she was like, "You are not here for a spiritual cleanse." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, this is scary. How the fuck did you know?" And all I could do was like say, "You're right." She knew I was not there for that, and that's why I will forever support that shop because she has just been on points. Now, I remember that day talking to her, and I'm saying this because, like I said, he said, go talk to God. First, for starters, I was really big on like the tarot and stuff, so I need to go talk to my spiritual advisors. She told me I'm not going to reach abundance until I release the relationship that I was in because he wasn't serving me. And um sorry, my brain went elsewhere. But I had to leave that relationship because he wasn't serving me. And she was right. And then I also, this time last year, was telling her some other plans of mine. And she also told me, man, she was on point. She told me somebody's like straight up initials. And I like knew who she was talking about. And then she told me all the stuff about this person. And I didn't listen. I probably should have listened instead of. I was like, no, 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 no. And she was like, all right, girl, you do what you want to do. But if you don't listen, it's going to happen. And she was right. And she was right. Oh, and she was right. Oh my gosh, I should fucking listen. But of course, I just wanted to do what I think was making me happy at the time. But that's a story for another day. But nonetheless, baby, I'm on YouTube talking about dating, and here y'all go. Saturdays is Paisley do what the fuck she wants to do day. Like, y'all want to learn something, please just Telegram t.me/mattress actress. Don't y'all get tired of me always promoting my shit? Y'all always want me to promote a sale, promote a consultation, do this. I'm more than just that, you guys. And I want to talk about dating. Y'all don't want me to talk about dating, but I want to talk about dating. And I want to talk about relationships. Okay, so where was we at? So talk to God. But like I said, I don't give a fuck who you talk to, your spirit guides, your whatever. But get some spiritual self. And he says, don't just say God said. Don't just be making up, putting words in God's mouth or whatever you believe, right? But if that's your creator or your message was for this person, you need to release this person. You need to listen. Um, the last thing I wrote down that he said was um, create a support system when you can. And I just want to say this, like it has been good and bad because I will say this, when I have needed a support system, I've had it. I can't just sit here and like act like like I can't do that because when I whether it was fake or not, whatever needed to get me through that time, I definitely got through it. And so it's always been like that for me. But I get through whatever like life throws at me. I don't let life do me down. But some people need this, and I think at some point we all need some sort of a support system. And that's why I like really take pride in building community. But okay. So I know that was like heavily on dating relationships. But let's get into like friendships until my throat starts hurting. And family relationships. So here's the thing. I have had an opportunity to experience acquaintanceships. I like that word better than friendships. Acquaintanceships. I've had an opportunity to experience all kinds in my life, and for that I am thankful. But I think something that we need to normalize is friendship breakups. For sure. I think that's something that's not talked about. It is hard going through a friendship breakup. And y'all know what's even harder is when you lose all of your friends at the same time. Now that's, my dear, I can definitely speak on. I can't speak on what I can't speak on, but what is this? Why is this string here? Um, when you have to lose your entire friend roster at one time, it is very difficult. But I will say this, whoever we believe in, God, whatever, the universe, um, they remove what needs to be removed and who needs to be removed. And when it is someone's time to get out of your life, you have to be strong enough to let them go, no matter how bad you want to hold on to the friendship. Now, sorry, getting messages. Now this is a subject I can speak on because I've had this happen quite a bit, and this is another like peculiar situation for me. Is because I friend hard. I friend hard. I really do. And I need to stop. I had to tell myself, like, I really have to stop. And it's funny because, so I don't know if y'all knew, but around the time I got out of my breakup, I let one of my friends from the adult industry come stay with me. And I can't say anything to her. I really can't. It was a cool experience. But I remember when she told me she was leaving, I was like, you know what? You are the last person in this industry. We're going to wait for these ads, and y'all ads better not skip them. Watch them ads. Watch them ads. Um, I like your beautiful, sexy voice. And you love me. I mean, oh, I ain't just get in line with everybody that said they like my voice. You like my voice and turn you on. You like my voice and turn you on. This ain't nothing. Wait till you gotta deal with me every fucking day. Anyways, no, I'm not adding. Like, first off, gross. I would never add anyone to live with me. That is not worthy of it. Um, what was I saying? I lost the train of thought. But anyways, back in 2018, when, like I told you at the beginning of this, when I was like doing all that, like I need to heal. Oh, baby, he wasn't the only one I needed to heal from. I needed to let every fucking body go. And I did. And, including family. And for me, I can't speak on how me disappearing out of people's lives affected them. Some people really did get sad and upset and bothered, and I do respect those feelings, but I will never apologize for what I did because that was the best decision I could have possibly done for me and my mental health at the time. And it was middle fingers up to everybody else because my mental was not right. And I had to get that together. And I did. So in 2018, I did a purge of people in my life and I cut everybody off. I would never private call you. Never. Um, but yeah, I cut everybody off. And so I made the decision to do that again this year. But I made a better decision this year. I only did that to people I feel like deserved it. This year was hard on me. And I noticed I was still, hey guys, how's your mental health doing? Hey, just thinking of you. Hey, do this. And when I stopped doing that, it stopped from everybody. Everybody that was my friend. When I literally told myself I'm gonna stop, everybody stopped. And I was like, damn. So was I the one keeping my friendships alive all these years? The past couple of years, was I doing that? Because why these motherfuckers ain't checking on me? Not one. Not one. And I'm just like, bro, what the fuck? Like, y'all know this is like a hard year for me, and like y'all can't check on me. And then you I gotta be mindful sometimes and watch my mouth. But yeah, no one checked on me. And I will say this, I made this video about the hard times in my life, and I said that there were two people that did something for me. One was in the industry, and at the time, and like I said, whether shit was real or fake, at the time when I needed things, the universe sends like the right kind of people along my way. And although me and her are not friends anymore because she just flat out lied, I think she's a little psycho, to be honest. And I really did like this girl, but she a little crazy. Um, she just straight up lied to me and then ghosted me, so we're not friends. But she, one thing I was thankful, like I was out on my hard time, and she was one of two people, well, the only one in the industry, but one of two people that really like checked on me. And I was grateful for that, but like people are only meant to be in your life for seasons. So it was probably bound that she wasn't gonna be in my life, for a long periods of time. Um, but anyways, outside of her, during the hardest moment for me this year, it was only one other person that was there. And this person like really checked on me. And this person I had just met. This well not this, when did I meet this person? I guess technically I met this person last year. But anyways, the person fairly new in my life. And honestly, they was just there for me in a way that I'm like, wow, a whole stranger could be here. But I didn't have family to call. I didn't know who to turn to that I was considered my friend, and sometimes it was just easier to talk to like said stranger. And so having that person during this time really helped me out. Really did. But other than that, and then I decided to just let everybody go. And I noticed that like I had people in my life this year, and like that was my friends, that if I would have been sitting here a year ago talking to y'all on YouTube, these people, I would have been like, you can't tell me we're not about to be friends. You ain't no fucking way. No fucking way. Like, this is my homie for life. You can't tell me nothing about these people. Like, this is my motherfucking friends. Like, it was even times that I remember these same motherfuckers I used to get into, and they will never know, but I used to get into with my exes, like, oh, you gonna talk to this friend, or when this person calls you, you jump, or yes, because they're my friends. And that's how hard I would go for my friends. But to not get that energy this year. And I just don't know what I personally did to any of them to make them not want to call and check on me after me doing that to them. And it was a tough pill to swallow. It really was. It was a tough one. Um, Especially the few that I really thought was gonna be there for life. I was like, these are my for life. These ain't no seasonal ass friends. These are for lifers, and it just was not that. And that was very hard this year. That was challenging too. Um, you know what? I usually don't get irritated, but I was on Instagram talking to, but I'm gonna get off Instagram because this guy just is irritating me. Like he keeps asking to go live. Like, bitch, why would I live with you? I'm not accepting you. So we gonna leave here because they irritating. Something is really wrong with me, y'all. Okay. Head is itching. Okay, so I say all that to say, I think to myself, what makes a good friend? Because obviously checking on people and stuff and making sure their mental health, that probably is not it because it didn't work for me. Um, I don't know, like I feel like we on this channel should maybe define friendship and like what that is and also define not define normalize friendship breakups and getting past it and healing from it. I feel like for me personally, after losing these people, like y'all gotta think like I lost somebody. Granted, it was my choice, but I lost someone I was with for 8 years. I literally lose all of my fucking friends. And here's the thing, like at least I can pinpoint why me and my ex aren't together, but most of the friends that I lost, I can't pinpoint why, besides the fact that I just stopped calling them and they didn't return it. And I'm not gonna be the only one checking on somebody. That's not how the fuck a friendship works. So baby, here I am, solo dolo. Me, R, and my team. And shout the fuck out to the 4 ladies I have helping me. Shout out to them. Uh, they deal with my crazy ass on a daily. Shout out to them. um. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Ugh. Thank you, AI software. I like that. Alrighty, well, let me know whenever you wind down, and if you want to chat, I'm free. Uh, 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 um, the evening guys are about to start coming out. I feel it. I feel it. Gotta switch back into work mode. I just want to come on here and talk about what I want to talk about. But I guess back to the money. Maybe I should try to go to the restroom. Like I be feeling like I have a fart sometimes, right? Like right now, and I just like, I can't believe Halloween is here. Why didn't anyone tell me? What the fuck is this? people just be doing whatever to their bodies. Like, ew. This is like not attractive. I don't know what the fuck this guy did to his body, but it is not attractive at all. Like, he looked like he got a snatched waist and some thick old muscular thighs and some thick old muscular arms that look fat but muscular at the same time. But and these neck things that are protruding that look like humps on the side. I can't. Let me see what this shit is. Hold on. Ugh. Okay. Oh, RIP to Matthew Perry. This is fucked up, but I see the RIP to Matthew Perry, and then right underneath that it's like this jacuzzi tub and a Netflix and chill thing. That's fucked up. Honey, can y'all stop using? Thank you. I think the song for the evening is Out Loud Thinking by Glorilla. Why is this ew? Why don't people message me? I don't respond to my Instagram messages, motherfucker. Stop doing it. What gave me all this fucking gas? I got gas in my ass, gas in my belly, gas coming out my throat. Gas. Sorry, I'm thinking about my night. I need to plan. Fuck how many classes I got tomorrow. I always be doing this shit to myself. How many classes? I gotta do my schedule at 5, schedule at 6, meeting at 7, class at 8:30. I feel like I have something tomorrow at 10. Oh man. Okay, yeah, thank you. I just wanted to be able to keep up with like how much money we're making and stuff. But I'll see y'all tomorrow at 5:30. What are you talking about? Sensitivity like for like sex work or something else? But the stuff I gave him wasn't it wasn't like I mean you could see the email. You could see what I gave him. Hmm. Yeah, y'all, I think I'm about to go to the bathroom. I need to go take a shit or something. I don't know why that feeling coming up on me now. Do I need to release something? Because I never have to take a shit at this time. Or did I eat something? I wanna eat. What eat? Yeah, I'm about to go fuck this toilet up. Oh man, I'm about to go let this shit out. Mm. Well, that'll give me a reason to change the shirt because every time I go to the bathroom, I gotta shower. I don't see how people take a shit and don't shower after. Like, is your ass not itchy? Let's ask them that. Should we ask Instagram? Let's get off that sad stuff. Hey, for those of you that don't take a shower after your shit, does your ass start itching like a little bit after? Because every time I feel like I have to take a shower, if not, I feel like my ass is gonna start itching, or maybe it's just in my mind. Hey, for those of you that don't take a shower after your shit, does your ass start itching like a little bit after? Because every time I feel like I have to take a shower, if not, I feel like my ass is gonna start itching, or maybe it's just in my mind. I think to myself, would somebody say the words that's coming out of my mouth? If the answer is yes, then I don't say it. But if the answer is no, I'm like, fuck yes, say it, say it, say it. Let's fucking do it. Let's go.
If God didn't tell me to do this shit, I wouldn't do this.
Who is this? Who this is, baby? You following 2,000 people and you got 11 followers. You doing social media wrong. Oh, fuck. Y'all have to be mindful. People watch me. Like, y'all watch me. And I don't want to be mindful. So someone has to request a private show. You can't just start one, right? I'm a model there. A customer has to be the one to start the private show. And if you have any questions, they used to laugh when my whip was on the tow truck till me and being broke finally broke up. Watch out for me, I'm about to go. T.me/mattress actress motherfuckers. Y'all ain't posting on this. You don't know anymore. I don't know how to community board. Y'all be following me on the community board? What is this?
In 1909, I was one of the unhappiest lads in New York. I was selling motor trucks for a living. I didn't know what made a motor truck run. That wasn't all. I didn't want to know. I despised my job. I despised living in a cheap furnished room on West 56th Street, a room infested with cockroaches. I still remember that I
Y'all, have y'all ever lived anywhere cockroach infested?
neckties hanging on the walls. When I reached out in the morning to get a fresh necktie, the cockroaches scattered in all directions. I despised having to eat in cheap, dirty restaurants that were also probably infested with cockroaches. I came home to my lonely room each night with a sick headache. The headache bred and fed by disappointment, worry, bitterness, and rebellion. I was rebelling because the dreams I had nourished back in my college days had turned into nightmares. Was this life? Was this the vital adventure to which
Hell no, that's not life. But I'm gonna come back and listen to this. Yeah, I don't get access. Where's my eye? What is wrong with my eye, y'all? Boy, y'all glowed up. What is this?
No, really, you should call Awesome because not many girls. Hey, so I.
But I do not want to see this. Fudge. Ew. We will not be posting this skank.
Thank you for building up. No, really. I feel with her being very well rounded, that overthinker, she was very patient with me and helped me.
Yeah, I was very. This is that one. Ah! I was so patient. Oh, look at little Paisley. Oh. Paisley. Hey, so I added you to a group on Telegram, and if you want to, you can use those pictures, but please, if you see it's me and somebody else, don't use them. But just me by myself, I'll use them, like that stuff in there. Hey, I'm just going down my Telegram and looking for leads to anything, but I came across this one group I made. It has a mixture of content from my podcast to like everything else, but it has a bunch of video clips in there that we can use for our social medias. All I ask is that obviously y'all aren't using my sex work stuff, so like the boy girl stuff you see in there, you can just don't even look at it. And then there's me sitting with this one girl talking. Don't use nothing with me and somebody else. But any other clips y'all want to use and take for stuff, feel free. Um, if y'all YouTubers listening ain't got no questions, I'm gonna keep sitting here. What is all these fucking pictures? Oh, child. I just wanted to make you laugh. Just smell that picture, please. And And in hindsight, I'm glad it was me and that one on the floor and the other one was standing up because, baby, scrape, 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 scrape. uh, fuck. Would I be scrolling with the freaking freak? I like this one. YouTubers, y'all just sitting there watching me. Well, y'all really not watching me. Y'all watching my kneecap. Nikki, look. Hazel got a big old butt. Okay. I'm not about to play with her. Oh my gosh. Talk about you really can smell it. All right. It was cool chilling with y'all. Hope y'all learned something.